Olá pessoal, e está tudo? Já sabem, subscrevam, deixa like e comenta. Partilha com os seus amigos, familiares para, para tornar esta parte da comunidade, uh, para ficar dentro das últimas novidades, umas dicas de tratamento, já sabem. E este canal de Frinchaico é só jogos. E trazer conteúdo para ti, não é? E ajude-me a alcançar mais subscritores, ok? Não esqueça disso. Agradeço muito e pá, vamos crescer juntos. E obrigado e bora continuar. Não pode, é impossível. Screen to ingester. Que eu vou embora?
We went to the cinema for our first proper date.
Ah.
We took seats in the back row, living up to that cliche. We didn't make our lives easier. There's that date night expectation if you sit at the back.
Quero ver o filme, então bora.
We sat there fidgeting, wanting to touch but scared to. I wanted to hold his hand, but he seemed to shy away. Or maybe he didn't intend that.
Ah, que filme é este, mano? O gajo sabe fazer artes marciais, não é nada.
I shifted in my seat a bit, letting my leg touch his. I was so smooth.
É sempre a mesma coisa, tipo, what?
I kept looking sideways to see if he was looking at me. Tried not to move my head too much in case he wasn't looking and noticed that I was.
E agora? Ah,
We ignored the film, pretty much. It was that silly action one with that guy who always acts crazy. Thingamy.
não é o Tigami, é o Jackie Chan. Isso parece um filme de Jackie Chan, ó filho.
It was like everything else faded out.
Então,
I finally made an actual move and put my hand on his leg.
ui,
I felt so relieved when he smiled at me.
ui, já tá com um pau teso.
His hand was warm and dry, and his skin
Ei,
soft.
ei, olha,
He
beija.
gently held the side of my face, turning me towards him. He closed his eyes and kissed me.
Que
Placing
lindo.
his lips softly onto mine.
Oh,
We locked our fingers together and watched the rest of the film. We didn't let go until ages after we left the cinema. Did you ever fall in love so hard and so much you just knew it would have to end? It was my first time, but even back then, I think I knew deep down that's what it was. Will always gave the impression of confidence, like he always had a grand plan. I wish I knew if he saw that end coming too, like I felt it was. I don't know if that would have made how it went any easier.
oi. Só estamos a tipo 10 minutos.
I'd been putting off unpacking all of my boxes, but the next day I finally got round to it. I got out the essentials, of course, but I hadn't felt very motivated to do the rest.
Que é isto?
I'd packed loads of my old books. Nothing really related to uni, I just liked having them nearby. I hung up a tasselled cloth scarf that was my mum's. She's a bit of a hippie.
Estilo, tu tens.
When I was born, someone from my mum's work gave me a toy bunny. I know it's silly, but it makes me happy.
Oh, estás contente? Porquê, Ali?
My mum and biological dad split when I was 6. It was rough for a bit, but mum, me and my brother Andy pretty quickly were happier for it. My bunny makes me think of those good times. Will was going to come over later that week, so I unpacked the candles my mum had given me. I wonder if she suspected I'd fall for someone.
Agora estamos a saber a história dela.
I was
Atenção.
falling for him too. Is it weird to tell you this?
Estou fixe, não estou?
I couldn't make up my mind where
Minha
to put
cabeça dá
things.
bocado com isso, mas... Ora, se estou a minha a ver a cara, então...
I wanted it to look nice in there. It was my space. It's weird how long you think about such small things.
Verdade.
The little choices are important.
Ela vai
I
deixar
guess
ali.
it didn't make any difference really, but I was happy when I was sure I'd got it right. I
Oh,
wanted to feel comfortable when Will came over.
Will. Ah, vai aqui, vai.
Will and I, it felt like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing.
Romeo e
Just as
Juliet.
likely to burn us both as to make us happy. But what a lovely way to burn.
Claro.
That
Hello.
Christmas, I met Will's family.
Ah.
We've been together for 4 months. Do you remember me there? I was so worried I was going to say something and embarrass myself. I was much more shy back then, and I was really in love with Will, and I wanted to make sure I didn't mess anything up. I kept on wanting to touch him. There was this really good chemistry with him, but with family around, it didn't seem right. I got nice shivers when he touched me as he poured my wine. Oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah. Vinho.
It was a really nice
Chicken.
meal, and we all got on okay.
Isto é bom. Que eu sei, é o pai e a mãe. Ainda não sabemos da mãe. O que é que ele veio fazer? Ah, ok, era ele.
I think I looked a bit too grungy for the occasion. I felt really self-conscious. I loved him so much, but that feeling I had wouldn't go away, that it was all going to end. That Christmas Day, though, I felt like we had a chance.
Aqui isto fica um bocado coisa, não sei porquê. Me pergunto. The pointer in the center. Aí eu não vi. Olha, travou. Que engraçado.
Things were going well, but over the months, I felt the relationship changing.
Mano, isto não voou, pois não?
We often put on music to fall asleep to. Most of my music was on CD, but I also had a tape recording I'd made of a Billie Holiday record, scratches and all. Vinyl had that warm sound you don't get now. Wonderful as we drifted off. Then the tape mechanism would click at the end and wake me up. We listened to a lot of Portishead. Even now when I listen to them, I
Hey.
remember being back in that room, in his arms. We would cuddle up in bed and watch TV or movies. Coronation Street had a transgender character. It wasn't something I'd thought much about before.
Transgender.
Being straight, I'd never thought much about my sexuality. I never felt that I needed to. I was me. Will was just himself too, and I just kind of accepted that. It's funny to tell you this now, but I was never jealous of Harry. You'd think I would be, but I loved Will so much. I just wanted him to be happy.
Pelo menos querias que ele ficasse feliz.
I could feel the end of it all shaping up. But we had good times anyway.
Ai,
Though
essas.
sometimes lonely, in a weird way. It felt like we were the only people in the world. Maybe I didn't mind Will getting closer to Harry because it felt like our own love was too much for two people.
Olha, mas a animação ficou fixe. É nesta parte, por isso.
We were all, Will, Harry and me, studying on the same English degree. There
Okay.
was a spark between Will and Harry. That much was obvious.
Por isso, deixa aquele like e comenta ao irmão.
Will was always happy when Harry was around. I couldn't feel jealous. I wanted him, them, to be happy. I'll never forget that time. Seeing their friendship grow. As the months went by, we went out less. We would go out to meet up with Harry and a couple of other friends, but it was mostly just Will and me.
Claro.
Those memories will always be a warm place for me.
A animação está muito boa aqui nesta parte.
It might seem odd to you, but it was my suggestion.
Onde é que estás a pôr a mão?
I told Will to ask him.
Ah,
I
seu
loved
maroto.
I knew it would make us all happy for Will to have Harry in his life. It was something he needed to do. I feel lucky. How many times in your life will you be sure you've helped a person find their true love? Though it was rough. For a long time, I wished that true love had been me. It was October, and we met in the basement of the Royal Oak. Smoking was still allowed in pubs, and the faint smell clung to everything.
Depois disto terão ir porque está calor e está.
The seats were covered with tapestry fabric that was worn and faded. The basement was crowded with heavy oak furniture, with the wood grain sealed away under layers of old varnish.
Deve ser restaurante bom, ó filho.
I knew what I was going to say to Will. I had a friend before uni who was having boyfriend problems and asked me what love is.
Onde é que estás?
I told her that love was being able to tell a person that you never wanted to see them again.
Pensei que ela fosse
Even
aquela.
though it broke your heart to do it, you would tell them to leave you
Ah, estás ali.
because it was right.
E agora, o que é que vais dizer?
I was quite happy with that answer. Like love was something from a Shakespearean tragedy. I don't know why they asked me. I'd never been in love when I said that. I didn't think I'd have to do it myself one day.
É bonito este jogo.
I didn't expect to be right.
Ah, sou eu? Ah, ok.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. Oh.
This needs to change.
You mean us?
I feel like I'm getting in your way.
You're not. This is good.
Eu não sei se é certo para ti.
Sure, but I don't know if it's good for you.
I'd like to be the one making that choice.
I'm happy with you. I love you, but this isn't about me.
I love you too. I want to be with you.
Já, vou terminar aqui. Sabe porque é? Breakout, oh, mano. Eu sei.
I know, but I don't think you should be.
Is this it? Can I do anything differently?
Já, tu não fizeste nada mal, tipo.
No, you've not done anything wrong.
I don't want this.
Me either. But it's right.
I love you.
I love you. I love you too.
I love you too.
E terminamos aqui. O que é que vocês acham?
I was so in love. I can't tell you how much it hurt to let him go. I never forgot him. Love doesn't just stop when you split up. It barely even fades, really. It just mellows with age and memory. I've never loved anyone like that again.
Já está, esquece isso, esquece. Vou mesmo terminar por aqui, sabes? Deixa isso de lado, mano. Vamos continuar no outro vídeo. Caguem nisso. Por isso, subscreve, deixa like, comenta. E trago no próximo vídeo. Partilha com os seus amigos. Mais nada ao fim. E sim, entretenham a ver os meus vídeos. Obrigado. Tenho 500 vídeos. Possa saber. Dentro de um ano. Acho que já fiz um ano no YouTube. Por isso, não faço ideia. Tchau. Até a próxima, ao fim. Enganei-me. Não para.